Hi everybody, my name is Divine Elsie and today we're going to be covering two top news stories. The first is about marijuana usage, legalization, and, everything about it. The second news story we're going to cover is about RAs at Bennett College, what it's like to be an RA, what the job entails, and all that. So stay tuned for more.
I'm Divine Elsie.
And I'm Diane Patterson.
And we are here in the Sally Brown Walker Dining Hall asking...
Do you smell that?
Oh my goodness.
It smells like marijuana.
Oh my.
Have you guys been smoking? Weed?
Marijuana? Well, what do you guys think about the legalization? Obviously, you must like it.
What do you think about the legalization of marijuana? Should it be legal? Should it not?
I think it should.
Yes, I definitely think it should be legalized.
Really? And what age do you think it should be legalized at? What age should kids be able to go to the dispensaries and get them?
16.
What age do you
I say 18.
Okay, why do you say
Okay.
16?
16. I was 16 when I started smoking. I feel like when you're 16, you're kind of like at the age where you're starting to go through a lot of shit in life and a lot of stuff in life. And so we can kind of come in as a coping thing, but yeah, so I mean, I guess. But 18 does sound reasonable for most kids. So some kids can handle it at 16.
And why do you say 18?
I just believe like you're mature enough to handle what consequences comes with it, like hallucinations and stuff. It might not be the best drug, or no, it's not a drug, a plant. The most strong plant that you might need.
Indica or sativa.
Or you might need a little,
No clue what those
mid
are.
or
Yeah,
a little
no
low
clue.
grade
No clue.
loud.
No idea.
Just yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Enjoy your high.
I'm Natalie Facey from Bennett College, and I'm here with Janiyah Shelton.
Hey y'all.
Where are you from?
I'm from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Okay, and is weed legalized there?
No, it's not.
What's your thoughts on the legalization of marijuana?
I think it should be legal all over the states because I think it makes people feel good. I don't know for sure, but by other people or hearing other people's answers or what I asked, they're like, yeah.
And what age do you think this should be legalized at?
I'll say 18
18, why?
because it's not as dangerous as alcohol, so.
All right, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Ebony Dool.
All right. What are your emotions on marijuana? Should it be legalized? And if you think it should be legalized, should it be for recreational or medical or both?
I don't have any type of opinion on marijuana. I don't currently smoke marijuana, but I do think it should be legalized because okay, I'm gonna start over. I do think it should be legalized because it's not hurting anybody. And people smoke cigarettes and blacks and all that other stuff, and that's way worse. So I feel like, and weed really does work for people other than medical reasons too. Like me and my friend Destiny was talking about it yesterday actually, and we said like some people actually function better with weed. Like I know people that are actually very smart and they only can do like their work when they smoke. So I do think it should be legalized.
Is marijuana legal from where you're from?
No, I'm from Raleigh. It's not legal.
And if it was legalized, what age do you think you should be able to go to the dispensaries?
Honestly, I think 16, maybe even earlier, but I would just say 16 because, when you're a teenager, people gonna smoke maybe earlier because they probably smoking before they even turn 16. But I would just say 16 just because that's the age you can do most stuff anyway.
What's your name?
Karina Dabney.
All right, Karina. From where you're from, is weed legalized?
No.
All right. Do you think it should be legalized?
I think so, but at the same time, I'm not sure.
And why aren't you sure?
Because I've seen it have bad effects on people, and I've seen it make people feel good at the same time. So, actually, no, I think it would be better if it was legalized, so then, like, each person could make their own opinion if they want to do it or not. I feel like something like that shouldn't be like, oh, yeah, you can't do it. Like, we all grown. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't.
All right. And if it was to be legalized from where you're from, what age do you think it should be legalized at?
Honestly, I would say maybe 17, 16, because let's be honest, they already doing it at that age. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
What's your name and classification?
My name is Taylor, and I am a sophomore.
Okay, what do you think about the usage and legalization of marijuana?
I think that the usage and legalization of marijuana will actually help people because of, if you look at the stats for Colorado, when they legalized marijuana, it increased the tax revenue, so it actually increased the money that went into like their school systems and stuff like that.
Okay, so you think all 50 states should legalize marijuana?
Yeah, I think they should legalize marijuana so that way they can have decrease the taxes on the working class and increase the funding that goes into the school system.
And what age would you say is the perfect age for buying marijuana?
To purchase marijuana legally, I would say 20, 21, just because it's something that inhibits, it's an inhibitor, and so like with alcohol, it's something that you just have to think about and have to be able to process the ramifications of being under the influence.
Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on the marijuana usage and legalization?
Well, for starters, I love marijuana, and I think marijuana is good for the people as well. Marijuana has a great benefit far as being used as medication, helping with seizures, cerebral palsy, and anything else you can think of.
And then, so if marijuana does get legalized, what do you think the age should be for buying, purchasing, and, recreational use?
Could you repeat that question again?
So if marijuana does get legalized, what do you think the age of buying and using should be?
The age? Maybe 18, 19? Maybe 18, 19 and older.
And why is that?
Because 18 and 19-year-olds, we go through school and relationships and health issues and everything else. So, marijuana is great for, what is it? Yes, it's great for anxiety and depression and everything else. Marijuana makes you feel, lifted when you're down.
Hi, my name is Diane Patterson, and I'm here with
Nandi Ribandele.
All right, Nandi. Do you think weed should be legalized?
Yes. I don't smoke, but yes.
All right, and why do you think it should be legalized?
Because it has a lot of healing properties. I think it can help people with like their anxiety and other issues that they might have. Or if you just want to smoke, then you should be able to smoke.
All right. What age, if it was legalized, what age do you think weed should be legalized at?
It should be legalized at 18. I think that's the appropriate age.
All right. Thank you, Nandi. I am Patterson, and I'm here with the fresh woman. What's your name?
I am Kyra Evans.
All right, Kyra. So how do you feel about marijuana being legalized?
I feel like it would be a great thing to legalize marijuana in North Carolina or just in the United States in general because it has a lot of benefits that can help a lot of people, whether it's cancer or just mental illnesses. It'll calm your nerves. It makes you feel great. And it's a great thing,
All right, so what age, if it was legalized, what age do you think marijuana should be legalized at? What age should the kids be able to go to the dispensaries and purchase their own weed?
When you turn legal, 18.
Okay, so what about for states that are their legal age is 16 or 17? Should kids still be able to purchase marijuana at that age?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's not like it's going to kill you.
All right. So what's your take on marijuana versus alcohol? Do you think alcohol is something that should be illegal and marijuana should be legal?
That would be a better thing to do because alcohol is really messing up our community as we grow. More people are getting more addicted or starting to like alcohol more, but with weed, it's more of a calming intellectual drug. Not even a drug, it's just a plant.
All right. And my name is Diane Patterson, and I'm here with
Michaela Bobier, sophomore psychology major from Los Angeles, California. And being that I'm from LA, I've seen, the pros and cons of legalization of marijuana. I think it's great because, we're getting petty crimes, out of jail and stuff like that and lowering those crime rates. But at the same time, I think for it to have been once a predominantly black, business, it's starting to become gentrified in a way that white people or white corporations are buying out dispensaries, and then, you know, that money that was once in our communities is now starting to go to bigger corporations. So I think once if it does become legalized, you know, everywhere, then I think that money is considered drug dealing money or, you know, dirty money is actually going to end up being dirtier because it just is.
My name is Diane Patterson, and we are here with
Kelvin.
All right, Calvin. We have a couple questions for you, all right? So what do you think about the legalization of marijuana?
I plead the fifth.
Hi, I'm Divine Elsie, a journalism and media studies major, entrepreneurship minor from Raleigh, North Carolina. I am a RA and player, and today I have with me two other of my co-working RAs.
Hello everyone, my name is Cheyenne White, a sophomore social major from North Carolina, and I am a RA in Player Hall.
Hello everyone, my name is Zaylin Johnson. I'm a sophomore psychology major, biology minor, and I am a RA in Barge Hall.
So today I wanted to bring them in so we could talk about some of the experiences, pros and cons, and all the things you should know before becoming an RA, everything that they don't tell you, and things that, you know, will help you if you do decide to do this job. So what would you guys say was your experience like being an RA?
Well, for the most part, my experience has been great. I really haven't had any problems with, like, by myself along with residents, but with my coworkers, we come together and help out with the issue that is going on within our residence hall.
I would say my experience has also been pretty good. I like that I'm very close with my residents. I like that they can come to me with anything they need. My coworkers, we work really well together, and I enjoy my job.
So what are some of the problems that you guys see happening inside of the dorms that you deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Like you want the real?
The tea.
So we have residents who think they run the show, and they feel as though that they have the power to, like, go to higher ed and put in requests, but you have to go, it's a hierarchy that you go through. You go through us before you can get to Miss L or whoever is your resident director.
Yeah.
Then she goes to Miss P, and if it's a problem, Miss P will go above. So for our residents, I would like for them to know that you go through me first before you go through anybody else.
You're the tea.
What about you? I would say residents who necessarily don't like one RA, it's not your job to go around and go to another RA. We all stand together, we all communicate. So basically, if you try to like get around me and then go to another RA, you're gonna get the same answer. So just take what you got and just, it's okay. Thank you.
So of course you guys are going to deal with some negative things being RAs, but what about some of the positive things? Some of the positive outcomes that have happened, some of the good experiences, you know, relationships and whatnot.
I'm excited. I would just say the relationships you gain with the residents. Like, it's just some that you get close with more than others, but it's still like a nice balance. And I just like the communication. You can see when they need something, they can come to you, and it makes you feel like, you know, people on campus you gotta take care of. So it's kind of cool.
Well, with me, I've grown closer to more of my residents than others. Like, some of my residents come to me as the first RA to do something before they go to another RA. And I just tell them, like, I'm going to give you the real, but at the same time, whatever I say is going to be the same thing that every RA says. So don't think just coming to me, you're going to get your way.
So what about dealing with your friends and when they have requests from you and they're like, oh, well, I'm your friend, so you should help me out.
That's one of the worst parts of being like, seriously. It's really hard for them to understand that we do not control plumbing or heat or
water.
We do not control any of that. So when our friends come be like
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's really horrible when they just be like, well, you're the RA, tell Miss P to go do it for you right now. I don't know why they think that we can just snap and it's done, but it's not. Like, it's really a hierarchy thing that goes on with it. So that's just the worst part about being an
I give my friends the real spiel, like, you're not gonna get away with nothing because I'm an RA.
RA.
Like, I still have a job, and my job is more important than a friendship at the end of the day. Like, we get scholarships, so I'm not gonna jeopardize my scholarships for a friendship. So if there's an issue that you wanna handle, well, I'm gonna tell you what you can do, who you can go talk to, and how to deal with it. I'm not gonna give you, like, a free pass because you're my friend.
And the other part of it is basically like when they want to do stuff that you know
You can't do.
Yeah, like when you're on desk and they're like, "We'll just skip desk." No, you just don't
can't
skip
skip
desk.
desk.
You don't just skip desk. You don't just not show up. You just don't text nobody like, oh, you always doing something on this day. Well, that's my desk day. So find another day that we can go somewhere and it'll be okay. Like.
That's the thesis. So another question that I have for you guys is, what type of leader do you guys want to be when you grow up? Because this is a leading position. We are leaders on this campus, and it's giving us a lot of experience. So how leaders do you guys want to be when you grow up?
I would say I want to be a very straightforward leader. I tend to be by myself a lot. I don't really care to be in the mix of a lot of things, but when it's about being an RA, I try to say what needs to be done, get it done. Sometimes school and stuff, we all have a lot of priorities, but mainly get the job done. So when it's asked of me, get it done, and when I ask for somebody else to do something, I'll link them. So that's how I look at it.
Well, so I believe that I see myself being in the future is a confidant, someone you can come and talk to about your problems and helping you out with your problems. This job on campus has given me great opportunities within myself to become more stronger in my character and build my character. And I just want to continue that as I grow as a whole in my life.
So Cheyenne kind of touched on what it's taught her. So what has it taught you?
It's mainly taught me how to be more sensitive, I would say. I'm not really what's wrong? Are you okay? And you have to be that. You have to be that for, especially for me. I'm in an all freshman dorm. They're away from home. They're starting classes. They want to go out and experience everything. And when they experience things, sometimes it doesn't go their way. So you have to really nurture basically everything that they come to you with, and just be like, it's gonna be okay. Just relax. You have to be more sensitive than you would normally, or I would normally be.
So, basically, how do you guys balance schoolwork and RA work? Because it sounds like it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Paperwork.
Oh,
paperwork. Oh my God.
Paperwork is one of my least favorite things about being an RA. It's so tedious. It's really a bunch of paperwork of saying, how have you been? What have you done for yourself this week?
Who'd you talk to?
Yeah, are you mentally okay? Are you physically okay? It's a lot to just do every week. I don't know. I remember for one month straight, I just said, I'm good. I have nothing else to say. I know you don't want to hear me say I'm tired, but I'm okay. It's a lot of, and then schoolwork on top of that. Our teachers here are more lenient, but they're not gonna hear the whole RA excuse every time of I was tired or why you missed class, or so it's just you gotta stay on top of it 100%.
Well, with school in my RA position, I try to do my work on desk. So that's time for me to wind down, do my work. I try to, but it's when I try to, my residents come in and they want to talk about whatever they're going through and things like that. But it's at certain times I need time to myself. So when some of my coworkers and residents have asked where do you be? I don't see you. Where do you be? I be in my room because that's just time for me to do my work, relax, and just spend some time with myself.
And the crazy thing is, most of us have other leadership positions on campus.
So how are you gonna deal? How do you deal with all of these positions? RA, student, David leader, ambassador. What the heck?
It's really just maintaining your. I don't know what it is.
I'm over here acting like I don't know what to say.
You do. You're ambassador. You JMS 24/7. I don't know. It's just you do what you want to do when you want to do it. It's basically just a want to do it. And then, yeah, you might be tired. Yeah, you might be stressed. But at the end of the day, like, would you rather just be like a regular student? Like, nothing's wrong with a regular student. But I'm just saying, would you rather just be somebody who just don't do anything on campus? Like, never have nothing to do? Because I'm already, like, because I know most of us, or all of us, are really, like, to ourselves and, like, really like to be in our room. And I think our leadership positions gives us a chance to leave our room and just to have a chance to, like, be social and get to know everybody and all of that. So it's kind of like what we need, kind of.
It is, but at the same time, I feel as though sometimes when I am being this RA role, don't get that time that I want for myself. And there's always someone, hey, Divine, there's something wrong with this and this and this. Can you fix it? I need this fixed. My heater is just not working. It's just something always.
Yeah. And then you get watched like a hawk with every little thing you do. People are talking like, oh, did you see what she did? Oh, she was at the party. Like, she tells us not to go out, so why is she going out?
Oh my God, my RA was doing this.
Yeah, and
I can't do this.
And the crazy thing is the residents want to go out with us. They want to be out with us, and it's just like, no, because, yes, I tell you not to do this, but as a regular student, we're going to do this. So, like, no, don't do it in the buildings. No, don't come in the building smelling like that or walking like that or whatever you want to do. But it's just like, you just gotta, sometimes you gotta separate it. And the crazy thing is, I learned that your residents sometimes start to feel like you're like being distant. And you kind of take time for yourself, but it's just like,
you're just taking your time for yourself. And I feel like one of the things when we're talking about, you know, telling the residents, you should not do this, you should not do that. I feel like I can't tell them, do not do that and do not do this, because they're grown. They're in college and they're gonna do it anyway. Yeah. So for me to tell them not to is pointless.
But that's our job.
It is our job, but I will tell them not to do it here, not to do it there. Be smart about it. Be safe about it. Go in packs. If you're gonna drink responsibly. If you're gonna do all these things, be proactive and responsible about it. And I think that's the one thing that we should teach them, and that they should teach our A's to do, is to not just scold them like, you better not do that, but here's how to be safe at a party or at this. If you're in this situation, if your friend is too drunk, what do you do? Who do you call? Things like that. So do you think we were trained properly on that aspect?
I think we were trained on paperwork. I think we were trained on, if you move, I move. Because I remember the first, our block party. It was a lot going on. I remember when the RAs, anytime somebody saw somebody move too quickly, everybody else was just like, like, it was really kind of on instinct. Because, like, now, like, we hear somebody yelling, we just like, what's wrong?
It's just have somebody yelling.
What's wrong? Are you okay? What happened?
Why are y'all screaming down the hall?
I don't think we got really taught on, like, how to make sure they're safe. Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
Training within itself was a lot. Like, they trained us on, like, how to be, like, trying to be the perfect RA, making sure that, like, paperwork is in by this time. You do this, you make sure your residents are, you do this with them, da-da-da. But at the end of the day, we're all human. We all make mistakes. So it's like, we have to learn from our mistakes. We can't scold somebody because of what they did, because 9 times out of 10, we've probably done it. So it's like, don't judge. Like, just help them grow.
And then I would rather RDs, like, kind of be more understanding. Because, like, yeah, paperwork was good, but my programs were lacking. But it's just like, if you think about the regular student, and most of us are in 3+ clubs, and then doing paperwork, and then doing homework, and then, like, not saying something is always going to fall, but it's just like,
not everything can be perfect.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to align perfectly.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that when we do have things such as paperwork or conferences or anything like that, it is expected for us to drop all. Yeah. And that is sometimes hard for people. And, you know, that is one thing about the job. You do, at some times, have to drop everything for a specific, you know, if you wanted to go home for a weekend and you have a conference, guess who's not going home for that weekend? Or you're going to what? Lose your job.
Yeah. Or if you're in class and everybody else is in class, and when your RD is like, I need somebody to get in contact with him, or I need you to go to the building and do this, it's been times where I've left class because my RD has said I need to go to the building and make sure this is okay and make sure this person is okay and da-da-da. And you're like, student first though, but just like, I need this job though. So it's just like, where's the balance?
Some days you just gotta be like, hey, this day for me, like, I get it's my job, but I need my education more than I need this job. At the end of the day, this is a job. This right here is my education. This is gonna help me in the long run. Yes, you gave me a position. Yes, I know I have to do this. Yes, I know I have to follow the rules. But I'm going to put myself first at the end of the day. And it's not like, okay, this job is just whatever. Like, I'm just here for whatever. No, I love the job. But I have to take care of myself. Like, I have to make sure my mental health is in check. Like, granted, we do check on our other residents, but do we check on ourselves most of the time? Do we sit down and wind down at the end of the day? No, it's because it's still in our mind, like, okay, what, she gonna need me to do something. What do I need to do? Like, you're just amped up all the time.
Yeah. And then I think we got, like, that again, training. And then it came into orientation when all the students came. And it was a lot of going. It was a lot of like, if they need you, you be there. And I think when classes started for everybody, including us, I think our residents got a little shook when we couldn't be there 24/7. Like, we couldn't be there at demand.
And you think that's like a problem? Because now they say, oh, for the first week you guys were here, you guys were right in front of my face, you guys were doing this with us, and then the school year comes in and it's like, I barely see this RA, this RA's never here. You know, she's always gone, or she's always doing homework or whatever. Isn't that kind of stressful?
Yeah, I know me and my coworkers, we had talked and said, when classes start, you're really not going to see us as much. Like, we tried to let them know, like, you're not going to, like, see us in your face, like, come to your room. Like, we was all in their room, like, hey, how you doing? Like, trying to get to know, just trying to be comfortable. And then we just had to be like, once classes start, it's not gonna be as on you as much. So we try to let them know it's not gonna always be us in your face.
Like, my residents know that, like, if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. But it's not like I don't get up and I go out and don't talk to them. Like, I communicate with them, but it's just like, I can't be there for you 24/7. It's just like, your mom took her hand out when you went to college. So it's not like I'm gonna be there like your mom and hold your hand every day. It's just like, you're grown, you have to grow up and be on your own and be responsible. But if push comes to shove and you need somebody to come check on you, shoulder to cry on, of course I'm gonna be there. But it's just like, I'm not gonna be in your face 24/7 every day.
So another thing you guys talked about is programming. So what is that like? What is the program? Are these programs? Like, I don't know.
I have not put on a program. I'll be putting on a program in March.
Everybody go to her program.
Yay.
Everybody come to my friendship making program.
It's basically a program revolving around your LLC, Living Land Community. Art is Artful Soul. It's basically just, music, art, different things that, get your mind creating. And it is stressful because it's just like the days go by so fast. And it's just like, dang, I said I was going to do it next week. And it's like you make flyers and you like, come to the program, you have to make sure they have snacks, you got to
engage them.
Yeah, it's really,
there.
yeah. Dorm storm, yeah.
Well, our Live and Learning community is like entrepreneurship / side hustle and like faith. But it's like the programs within the Live and Learning community, some of the girls do not want to like have one of those programs. Like, they want fun programs. They don't want to come to a program like where it's based off something that they don't want to learn about or don't want to do. So it's like, when you come up with programs, you got to like make sure that it has something to do with that, because if it doesn't, it's going to cause a problem. And it's just like, I understand that, but at the same time, you want these girls to come out to these programs, but are we putting on programs that they actually want to be a part of, that they actually are going to come in and sit and take the time to come? If not, it's just like we're putting on programs to just see ourselves or hear ourselves talk, and it gets tiring at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, I haven't put on a program either. One, because I'm scared nobody will come. That's the thesis. People don't come. And then again, I just feel like I don't know what they would want to see. I don't know what they want from me. Especially with the LLC, I don't know how to make side hustle something fun, you know, without it being a slideshow or some paper. Like, I don't know how to make, you know, Faith Without Fear fun. How do I make these fun and engageful, but still they're learning something at the same time? And that's that's one of the hardest parts, is you have to constantly be creative with these programs. You have to think outside of that box. Yeah. And that's hard. So these LLCs, what's the thesis?
My Artful Soul.
Because I haven't seen an LLC. They don't know what the LLCs are.
Yeah. I think the LLC is kind of a lot. Like, the girls really just rather do something fun 24/7. I know they want to learn. I know our bosses would rather have learning, educational, and blah. But the girls rather just do something.
Party.
Yeah, they want to do something fun. Like, we go to class all day. We don't want to program about
at night
about business, about like side hustle. But
they want to have girls' night, talk, make hot cocoa.
Right.
Can we pause? If there's pauses in this, I need a pause. This is
I can cut it out and like print.
Yeah, can we pause? I need like a break. We've been talking for like 15 to 20 minutes straight. I'm going crazy. Nobody will see
I can't
this.
cut any of it. He said don't stop until it's done.
What?
I'm saying like I can fix it later, but we can stop.
Yeah, just
it's gonna have to keep me recording though.
Heck yeah, bloopers. All right, I need some more talking points. This is getting so. We've almost covered
it's doing
everything.
really good though. It is. Yeah, it's doing really good.
It sounds really good.
Okay,
That's why I need one of my friends.
Huh?
How many minutes? Because I've been watching this clock.
Yeah.
We about 20 minutes in. We got 10 more. Like, I think.
26 minutes.
Yeah. Yo, we almost done. Hey.
Well, we can't fully say we gotta go over 30 because we started the progress.
Okay, I think we should just keep rolling.
I'm just losing things to talk about.
Right.
We can talk about relationships, how we made them.
I was gonna end up with how we found how we got our children.
Oh yeah.
Of course, we need to talk about them.
Do I have
Get a little shout out.
No, I do. Her name's Aaliyah.
I was gonna say she in my whole building.
That's my child.
Take two.
Let's keep on.
Let's roll. And we're back. We needed a little short break, but now we are back. I am here with
Cheyenne.
Saylin.
2 RAs at Bennett College. So we were talking over the break about the relationships that we've built as RAs, and one of the biggest relationships I have personally built are my children, my littles, Marshall and Lauren. Hi, you guys. Hi, lovelies. So what kind of relationships have you guys made? Did you find your littles, bigs, through having RAs last year? Anything like that?
I'm gonna go back on my freshman. One of the reasons that I became an RA was because of my big Delphina. Delphina was an RA, and I used to sit on desks with her and watch like what she would do and things like that. And I always saw her like, I could see myself doing this, so I'm gonna do this, and I did. And when I became an RA, I created bonds with people that I didn't think I would create bonds with. Like, for example, I have a little, her name's Aaliyah. She lives in Barge. But when we first met, we didn't like initially kick it off. But now when I see her, I'm like, hey, little, what you think you doing? Like, what you wearing? Like, who you hanging with? Like, what's the tea?
What's the tea, sis?
I met my littles. I met my first little as soon as she moved in. Literally. We saw her at the administration building. I was like, oh my God, where you staying? She was in Barge, and I was like, oh, I'll see you there. Which one is this? London.
London Bridges.
So yeah, I met London, and London was literally attached to my hip the whole orientation. Yeah, she was just, everybody knew that was gonna be my little, because she was just attached. We just got attached to each other.
And you guys want to know what's so funny? Zaylin told me from the beginning of her matriculation of being an RA, she was not, under any circumstances, getting littles. Not one, not two. She wasn't getting any. And now, guess what? She has 2.
Okay, so this is
What's the
thing.
thesis?
The tea is they weren't letting me get out of not being their big. Like, I suggested, go meet a junior. It was like a junior, mix thing that they have for the littles and bigs.
I told my littles to go do
And
that.
I said, go, maybe you'll meet somebody. I was just like, I'm a sophomore. I'm just a year older. Juniors just have more to offer out of this thing. And they were just like, we didn't meet nobody. We want you to be our big. If you're gonna be our big, we're not gonna have nobody be our big. I was like, I'm not getting one next year. I am not getting one next year.
Me? Done.
I have 2.
No more littles.
I am done.
Done.
No.
Not adopting.
Y'all, they are so expensive.
Here's the tea, sis. Here is the tea.
Here's
the tea on littles, all right? They need your constant attention.
Yes.
1T5-8. Oh my
No,
God.
I tried to do the whole not distant, but I tried to let them do their own things. So I went to a mother.
No.
My littles told me, we want you to be on an hour behind. They want me to just be like, why aren't you doing your homework? They want that attention 25/8. I would just text my littles at a random day, you in class? Have you eaten? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be there. Go back. It's so much. I feel like a parent low key. I just feel like nobody really touched them because it's an issue. And it's just that's why I didn't want that. Because now I have to be don't talk about them. Don't talk to my child like that. Don't talk to him like that.
Who's bothering you? Who?
And then that's the thing about the RAs. Say if someone in the building is messing with your little, you can't treat the person messing with them a different kind of way.
So if your little has beef with somebody else in the dorm, you cannot treat that other person any type of way just because they have beef with your little. That's
a natural instinct to be I'm staying, far away from you. But it's if they need something, you have to be you good, sis? What's wrong?
Because at the end of the day, you're their resident assistant. Yeah. Along with your littles, you are their resident assistant. Now, since we do live with our littles, you might not, but
I don't.
We do live with our littles. So I'll tell you how I feel about it, but how do you feel about the favoritism that people might feel in the dorm? Because I think
what do you think?
I don't have favorites. They're my littles. They are in a whole other subcategory. They're not my residents. At the end of the day, they're not. They're my children.
Yeah. It's just some things, or all things that I would do for my littles, I would not do for a regular resident. I love all my residents, and I would be there if any of them ever needed me. But if my little was just can you slide me $5? I'm gonna be if I have it, of course, slide. If my littles be they have asked, can you come with me to
Target?
Yeah, Walmart. Can you come with me to just be around me? Can we just come with you?
Can we come? Can we come and have a sleepover? Can we have a movie night? Can we just talk? Can we just come to your room? Hey, it's fine. Open the door. Just open.
They don't know what they want. They just know they want to be in your
presence.
And sometimes it's cute. Others it's just
So Cheyenne, I know you don't live with your little. So how do you do you go visit her? Do you go check on her? What's it not being in the same building? Not just going 2 steps and you're there.
I love the distance because I get my time to myself and she gets time to herself. But at a given day, she'll text me or I text her what you doing? I'll be oh no, I'm chilling. I'm on my way to class. And she's oh well, I'm coming over later. And I'll be okay. Or she'll come sometimes to her nest with me on we'll talk or we'll be we'll jokingly see each other in a cab and she tries to check me I'm the little, but she's the little and I'm the big, so I have to remind her.
Here's the tea. That's the tea.
Mine do too. And sometimes I really do feel my littles are kind of my bigs at the same time because
nope,
never.
They just keep me on the straight and narrow. I've always needed someone just to keep me on the straight and narrow, and they do, and I keep them on the straight and narrow. So I keep them respectful. They keep me on track. That's how I feel.
My
That works
littles
right there.
have became more of a people that I vent to. Like, I love going to my littles and just venting. But the problem is they're really like, I have one that's really opinionated and very loud, and I have one that's really opinionated but more reserved. So it's like I can't tell my littles like every little detail. They'll go, if I say me and Devon got in a fight, they'll be like, Devon, what's wrong? Auntie, what's going on? Yeah, it'll be a lot. So I just like to vent to them, but just in pieces. So that's fine.
I'm sick of this.
We can.
Are we done?
Wrap it up?
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
Alright, so all I need you to do is your closing. Do your closing and we're good. So just find some way to go from that and, wrap it up.
My head is throbbing. Alright. Jesus. So here's the tea. Are you guys going to do this job once more next year?
Yes.
That'll
That'll be my second and hopefully my second and last time doing my junior year.
Nope, I will not be returning. I will be gone after this semester of being an RA and being a Bennett Bell. Bennett's been great, but it's just time for me to spread my wings and explore more options in my life.
That's the tea, sis, and that's all the time we have. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Tea Time. What was it called? I don't think that's the name.
True
of it.
tea.
True tea.
The True Tea. The True Tea, sis.